beach with the cheesy line, I can't believe I'm standing here. One of my favorite things in the whole world is going to the beach. Every time I look out at the ocean, I am more and more astounded by its beauty and magnitude. There are times when I stand looking at the ocean, wishing it would drown my sadness. There are times when I stand looking at the ocean, wishing to just stop time and let that feeling of pure joy last a little longer. I stared out at the ocean, wondering what my purpose in life was, thinking, how could my small drop of life make an impact in this enormous ocean? You know what I realized? God made the ocean perfectly, without a single mistake, and if he wanted there to be one drop less or one drop more, he would have made it that way. Every single drop in that ocean is precious and priceless. Of course, this all didn't happen overnight. When I first came to Valley View, I was starting my last year of junior high. Coming from a school of 1,000 to a school of 100, I thought, how am I going to survive this? But you know, as time went on, I can't imagine my life without this school. I became who I am thanks to everything that happened to me over the past 5 years. Some of the most important people I have met here. I am glad to be graduating with some of my best friends, and I met her here. I met my best friend here. She's been there for me every step of the way. We've laughed until we cried until we laughed, and sat in silence just being there. All the stories we have to tell. There are several times we got ourselves into trouble, making sure to keep the teachers on their toes. But more than anything, I remember most the times we spent together laughing and enjoying being young. The times we all spent at the lunch table laughing over the dumbest things, or 2 o'clock Uno games, or many, many silly ideas to waste time, and of course the unforgettable memories made at convention. The times when we sat braving the cold, staring up at the stars, contemplating the meaning of life. With every one of those moments, something in me changed. To start naming every one of you by name, this list could go on for hours, but I think you all know that each of you left a little footprint in my life. Some left more than others, but as I look back on my path, it brings joy to my heart to see so many amazing footprints right by my side. Of course, if it hadn't been for my parents, I would not be standing here tonight. I just want to thank them for being the most important, wonderful parents ever. They listened to all my silly rants, they shared my tears and smiles with me, but most importantly, they led me by example. Mom, without the others of you. For the past couple of years, there have been many people in my life. There were my volleyball coaches, my church, all my wonderful relatives, my bosses from work, and many more friends and strangers that have encouraged me and helped me get where I am today. Thank you to all of you that are here. There's no way that I could put into words the things you've done for me. Even though sometimes I thought I was ready to give up, I ended up being pulled through, and something amazing came out of it. There are 2 people here tonight who always and forever have a special place in my heart. The first one is Pastor Wolf. He's one of the most amazing men I've ever met. He seems like he always has the answer. Anything from algebra to why I can't join the boys' basketball team. He always has a way of guiding us to the right path. Many times it seemed like his chapel messages or his morning messages were directed right at me. Like he knew exactly what I was going through. One thing he told me several times that really helped put things in perspective was that beauty isn't on the outside. Also, he enjoyed telling me that not all blondes are dumb and not all dumbs are blonde. He is a man of God that is following Christ, and you can see that in his life. Pastor Wolf, thank you, and I love you. The other person that is very dear to me is Mrs. Wolf. She has a heart of gold. Many times when I would come to school with a heavy heart and tears welling up in my eyes, she would pull me aside and somehow know just what to say to me so that it all got better. Even if I stopped coming to school full time, she could still sound rusty when something was wrong. Although we didn't always see eye to eye about everything, she helped me learn that it's the little things in life that are most valuable. My life in many ways. It is the reason I decided I want to make a difference in people's lives. So no matter the heartache or the tears that came with growing up, I think that in the end the joy and laughter made it all worthwhile. I choose to never forget anything from my past, but continue marching along to the future with purpose. And when I'm an old woman sitting in my little house and my little granddaughter or grandson runs up to me and asks me to tell them a story, I want to make sure that I have a story worth telling. I want to make sure that my little drop in the ocean is everything God planned it to be.